Most people are one disaster away from having absolutely nothing to eat. A power outage, a job loss, a major storm, a supply chain collapse, and the scary part? The average American household has less than 3 days of food at home. 3 days. I used to be that person until a winter storm knocked out my power for 9 days straight. By day 4, I was rationing crackers and canned soup. That experience changed how I think about food forever. So I built a complete 30-day emergency food stockpile, enough food for one adult for an entire month. And I did it for under $200. No expensive freeze-dried meal kits, no survival subscription boxes, just real, affordable food from any grocery store and a simple system that anyone can follow. In this video, I'll show you exactly what I bought, how I store it, and how to keep it fresh for years. Before we get into the full breakdown, if preparedness is something you take seriously, subscribe right now and hit the bell. I drop practical survival and food storage content every single week, and some of it could genuinely matter when it counts. All right, let's build your stockpile. Here's something the government actually agrees on. FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, officially recommends every household maintain at least a 72-hour emergency food supply. That's their minimum recommendation. But independent emergency preparedness experts say the real target is 30 days. Why 30? Because most real disasters, hurricanes, earthquakes, widespread power outages, even job loss, last far longer than 3 days. And yet most households are completely unprepared. Now, a 30-day supply sounds like something only hardcore preppers do. It sounds expensive. It sounds complicated. Here's what I found. It's none of those things, if you follow the right system. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete shopping list, a storage strategy, and a rotation method that keeps everything fresh without any food going to waste. Let's start with the foundation. Section 1. I call it the 4 pillars. Before you buy a single item, you need to understand the 4 pillars of a real emergency stockpile. Miss even one of these and your system will fail you when you need it most. Pillar 1. Calories. In a crisis, your body burns more energy. Stress, physical activity, cold. The average adult needs around 2,000 calories per day. That means a 30-day supply must contain at least 60,000 calories total. Pillar 2. Nutrition. Calories alone aren't enough. You need carbohydrates for energy, protein to protect your muscles and immune system, and healthy fats for brain function. A stockpile of instant ramen will leave you mentally and physically depleted within 2 weeks. Pillar 3. Water. This is the one most people forget entirely, and it's the most critical. You can survive 3 weeks without food. You cannot survive 3 days without water. FEMA recommends 1 gallon per person per day. For 30 days, that's 30 gallons minimum. I'll show you exactly how to store this cheaply. Pillar 4. Shelf life. Every item in your stockpile should have at least a 1-year shelf life, ideally 2 to 5 years. I'll show you exactly which foods meet this standard and which ones don't. Now let's build the list. Section 2. The master shopping list. I'm breaking the shopping list into 5 categories. Every item costs less than $5, is available at Walmart, Costco, or any local grocery store, and has at least a 1-year shelf life. Category 1. Grains and carbs. Budget about $35. These are the calorie backbone of your stockpile. 20 pounds of white rice, around $12. Properly sealed, white rice lasts 25 to 30 years. It is one of the greatest emergency foods ever discovered. 10 pounds of rolled oats, about $8. Nutritious, filling, and incredibly versatile. Breakfast, soup thickener, even baked goods over a camp stove. 10 pounds of pasta, around $10. Cooks fast, lasts 2 to 5 years, and pairs with almost anything. 3 to 4 boxes of crackers, about $5. Shelf life is only 6 to 12 months, so rotate these regularly. But they're essential for morale. This category alone gives you roughly 18,000 calories. Category 2, protein. Budget, about $50. This is where most beginner stockpiles fall short. People underestimate how much protein the body needs under stress. 20 cans of tuna, around $20. High protein, 3 to 5 year shelf life, and incredibly versatile. 10 cans of chicken, about $15. Ready to eat straight from the can. No cooking required. 5 pounds of dried lentils, $5. One of the most underrated survival foods on the planet. High protein, high fiber, 5+ year shelf life. 4 jars of peanut butter, around $10. Calorie dense, protein rich, and universally loved. Shelf life, 1 to 2 years. This category adds approximately 15,000 calories. Category 3, fruits and vegetables. Budget, about $30. Without vitamins and minerals, your immune system starts breaking down within weeks. 20 mixed cans of vegetables, corn, green beans, peas, carrots, around $15. 10 cans of fruit, about $8. This one is underrated. Sweet food genuinely lifts morale in a difficult situation. 2 pounds of dried raisins, about $7. Portable, calorie-dense, shelf-stable. Category 4, fats, flavor, and extras. Budget, about $35. This is the category that separates a miserable emergency diet from one that's actually tolerable. 1 gallon of vegetable oil, coconut oil, $8. Critical for cooking and adding calorie density. 2 pounds of salt, $2. You cannot function without sodium. It also preserves food. 5 pounds of sugar, $4. Energy source and morale booster. 2 pounds of honey, $8. Antimicrobial properties, indefinite shelf life, one of nature's perfect survival foods. 2 packs of bouillon cubes, $4. These turn plain rice or pasta into an actual meal. Instant coffee or tea, $5. This sounds like a luxury. In a 9-day power outage, it is not a luxury. 1 bottle of multivitamins, $8. Insurance for the nutritional gaps in your stockpile. Category 5, water. Budget, about $30. 4 6-gallon cases of bottled water, $20. Water purification tablets, $6. Backup for when bottled water runs out. 1 LifeStraw water filter, $15. One-time purchase. Filters up to 1,000 gallons. One important tip, if you have a standard bathtub, a product called a water bob, about $25, can store up to 100 gallons of tap water the moment you know a storm is coming. Highly recommended. Total for the entire stockpile, approximately $180, $20 under budget. That cushion covers comfort items, baby food, or pet supplies if your household needs them. Section 3 is called Storage Done Right. Buying the food is half the work. Storing it correctly determines whether it actually survives long enough to save you. 5 rules. Rule 1. Cool, dark, and dry. Heat destroys shelf life faster than anything else. Every 10-degree increase in storage temperature cuts shelf life roughly in half. The ideal range is 50 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. A basement, interior closet, or space under a bed all work well. Rule 2. Keep food off the floor. Moisture wicks upward through concrete floors. Store everything on shelving, wooden pallets, or even a simple wooden board. This small step protects everything below it. Rule 3. Use airtight containers for bulk grains. Pour your rice, oats, and lentils into food-grade 5-gallon buckets with Gamma Seal lids. Available at Home Depot or Amazon for $8 to $12 each. Before sealing, drop in 1 oxygen absorber packet. This removes the oxygen that causes spoilage and pests. Sealed this way, white rice can last literally 20 to 30 years. Rule 4. Label everything. Masking tape and a permanent marker. Write the purchase date on every item. People skip this step and have no idea what's oldest. Rule 5. First in, first out. When you add new items, put them at the back. Always pull from the front. This keeps your entire stockpile rotating naturally, so nothing ever expires unused. Section 4. The rotation system. Here's the part most prepper content completely skips. And it's the difference between a smart system and a forgotten pile of expired cans in a corner of your basement. You have to actually use your stockpile. The goal is not to seal food away and never touch it. The goal is what I call a living pantry, a rotating system with 3 simple habits. 1. Cook from your stockpile at least 2 to 3 times a month. 2. Replace whatever you use immediately. 3. Check expiration dates every 6 months. I do something I call Stockpile Sunday. One Sunday per month, I cook an entire meal using only ingredients from my emergency supply. It keeps the food fresh, it keeps me familiar with what I have. And honestly, some of the meals I've made this way have become regular favorites. Rice and lentils with bouillon and canned chicken. Under $2 per serving. Genuinely delicious. The rotation system also means you never panic when disaster hits. You're not scrambling to buy food at the last minute. You already have it. You already know how to use it. Section 5. I call this one the 5 mistakes to avoid. Before I give you the full shopping list summary, let me save you from the 5 mistakes I see beginners make constantly. Mistake 1. Stockpiling food your family won't eat. People buy unfamiliar foods thinking they'll figure it out in a crisis. They won't. Only store what you already cook and enjoy. An emergency is not the time to experiment. Mistake 2. Ignoring water entirely. I'll say this twice because it matters that much. People spend $200 on food and store 0 water. In a real emergency, you'll run out of water long before you run out of food. Water is not optional. Mistake 3. Trying to build everything at once. You don't need a year's supply by next week. Start with 7 days, then extend to 14, then 30. Slow and steady builds a system that actually gets maintained. Mistake 4. No manual can opener. This sounds obvious. It is not obvious enough. After major hurricanes, there are always stories of people with fully stocked pantries and no way to open a single can. Get 2 manual can openers. Store them right with your stockpile. Mistake 5. Telling everyone. In a localized emergency where others have nothing, your stockpile makes you a target. Your preparedness is private. Keep it that way. Here's where we land. You now have everything you need to build a real 30-day emergency food supply for under $200. The shopping list, the storage system, the rotation strategy, the 5 mistakes to avoid. The only thing left is to actually start. My challenge to you this week, spend just $20 and buy the first 5 items on this list. That's it. Don't try to do everything at once. Just start. A $20 start beats a $0 intention every single time. Emergencies don't warn you. They don't wait until you're ready. The best time to prepare was last year. The second best time is right now. If this video gave you real value, and I believe it will genuinely help people who act on it, please hit the like button before you leave. It takes 1 second and it helps this reach someone who needs it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover practical food storage, emergency preparedness, and real-world survival skills every week. And drop a comment below with the words, Day 1, if you're starting your stockpile this week. I want to know you're taking action. Stay prepared. I'll see you soon.